Hi, this is a second video I'm going to be uploading today. It's because I've just spoke about 3 records and I have bought a few more and I would like to show them to you. So I'll start off with some reissues, which I'm really happy I've got. First of all, Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, embossed sleeve, you can see from Rhino. Really nice reissue. Comes with a poster. I think this is the original label as well. It came out at the time. Not 100% sure. Obviously, the first limited issue of this was actually a box. I have seen on eBay for £70 or thereabouts, and I never had this album on a good copy. I wanted to buy the box. I don't know. Maybe I'll buy it at some point when I find a really clean one with the poster and pretty much everything that's in it. But yeah, this is a really nice reissue. I have a German issue, a NEMS German issue back home, but none of this quality. And this is a really nice reissue from Rhino. Um, and this ties up with the previous video with the heavy stuff. This is completely different though. This is 3 records that I've had the MP3 for quite a long time, but never found a good copy. Thank God we have 4 Men with Beards that do excellent reissues, and this is a really good example of those. So, Funkadelic, first record. Uh, Free Your Mind, and Your Ass Will Follow. Really nice title, I love this. And obviously, Maggot Brain. So these are really nice, heavy vinyl, cardboard sleeve, and they're just amazing. I'm really happy that I found them because I knew that they've come out quite some time now, but I haven't seen them in the shops, so here in the UK anyway. And I was always seeing Maggot Brain on a very flimsy German reissue, and I was always pissed off that I couldn't find the 4 Men with Beards one. But there you have it. And I don't need to talk about these records, whether they're good or whether they're essential or should you buy them, because they are good, they are essential, and you should buy them, and especially if you find the 4 Men with Beards reissue. I mean, these are must-haves, definitely, and it's completely different to the records I've been showing up until now, and I'll continue with something different to all these as well. This is, I don't know if you can listen to that, but I'm listening to this record right now, which is a band called the Offhooks, and it's Outside Looking In. It's a limited reissue copy. I was on in Rough Trade, as you can see, and I was going through records, and I just saw this, and my initial reaction to it was, oh, look, a 60s garage band reissue. I got the garage band correct. It's high energy garage rock and roll music. Just does what it says on the tin. Fun. Recommend it if you find it. It's a limited issue, 500 copies. Where I got it wrong, however, is that it's an old band. It's not 60s band, it's a 70s band. It's not an 80s band. This was recorded back in the 90s. According to this, recorded March 2nd and 3rd, 1990. So it's not that old. Funnily enough, for me it's not that old, but still it's 20 years old. So depending on how old you are, yeah, it's old or it's not old. Because if I think about it, when I was back in the 90s, when I was something like 18 years old, 20-year-old stuff was like what, Led Zeppelin and you know uh, Rolling Stones and the Beatles. Yeah, because it was 1970. So yeah, that was old stuff. So yeah, I don't know. You know, when you grow old, you just sort of lose track of time. Excellent reissue, laminated. The front is laminated. I don't know if you can see it. It's shiny, and in the back it's just folded here. It looks old. It feels like it's an old record. It's not. It's a new reissue. Really good sound. Excellent music. Good fun. Recommended. I don't need to spend more time on this. Another punk reissue here. I've got this from Dan. He was showing it some months ago, and I listened to it on Spotify, and it was excellent. So I actually bought the record. It's these guys called Chronic Sick, hardcore band back in the 80s, US. This is a reissue. Obviously, the original sells on eBay for like £500, which is not the hardcore thing to do, I guess. Selling records or stuff for a lot of money, but it's good fun, high energy, hardcore punk music. It's a kind of record that you know, it has like 6 songs, less than 15 minutes run or something like that, and you wish it had more. But on the other hand, if it did have more, I don't know whether it would be as good. Excellent reissue, highly recommend it. And go on to the next one, which I was really surprised to find. Originals for this record, I haven't seen any that are of, you know, any good quality. Usually they're really, you know, beaten up. I haven't seen any clean copies of this. It came out as a reissue back in early 2000, late 90s, from a Greek label called Lazy Dog, on CD only. My feeling is that they never had the actual tapes to do a proper job in transferring it on to vinyl, because they did have vinyl releases, which I will show you once I go back home. But no, they got this and they just took it out. They released it only on CD, and my feeling is that they just copied the record. Uh, you know, if you cannot find the original tapes, what can you do? And it's this one. It's called The Astronauts. Peter Pan Hits the Suburbs. This is vinyl, as you can see. It's not the same thing. It's not the same reissue company. It's a Spanish one, called La Vida es un mus, discos punk. As you as you understand, it is a punk record. It's British band, early 80s, 1981, seminal record for that period. Is very reminiscent of, well, not reminiscent of anything really. It has a lot of influences from artier kind of music, rock forms, but still has a lot of hard-hitting stuff. A lot of lyrics are around a more socialist, anarchist kind of thing that you would expect from the Sounds. So you know, it has it's quite good in musically. It has really many different kind of styles in it. It's not just, you know, one thing, one punk thing going on. Highly recommended if you find it. I found it really cheap, as you can see, and definitely a good buy if you can find it anywhere. So yeah, these are the reissues. I haven't gone into the new stuff. Maybe I'll upload another one. See ya.